Welcome to this week's episode of Friends with Books. I am one of your FWBs, read reviews by Jess or just Jess.
And I am one of your other FWBs, booked with Emily or Mrs. Claus. Whatever you prefer.
Whatever you prefer.
Oh, gosh.
If you couldn't tell, we are very much in the holiday spirit this episode.
Yeah. I've been in the holiday spirit since November 1st. I'm not going to lie to you. I live for this time of year. It is so holly and jolly and festive. I'm most excited about this episode, I think, because it just really puts us in the spirit.
I agree. I definitely am in the same boat. I think Emily may be more spirited than I am, just a tad. She did show up to our podcast today wearing reindeer antlers, and, I had to match that energy, so I, for her, went into the depths of my basement, which I try to avoid, and I dug out some Christmas tree.
Some baubles.
Some baubles.
Some baubles for your head.
We're super cute and festive.
Yes, I'm loving this spirited energy we're both bringing to the pod today. And it's perfect because we are talking about bookish gifts and presents. And I just can't wait.
Yeah, if you're a book lover or if you know a book lover, you're definitely going to want to listen to this episode because we've got some good gifts in here.
Yes. And as always, usually when we give a big list or anything that you feel you need to write down, we do not want to be sued for you getting in a car accident while you're writing things. So we will put together a gift guide over on our Instagram account after this episode airs. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. Everything will be nice and neat in a list for you.
Oh, you're welcome. But before we get into our gift guide, you know what time it is. And if you're new here and you don't know what time it is, it's time for us to take a quiz because we love quizzes, particularly of the BuzzFeed variety. The more bizarre, the better. So if you are seeing BuzzFeed quizzes out in the wild that are bizarre, please send them to us so we can take them. But
yes,
this week we are taking a lovely little holiday quiz.
We are. Your holiday opinions will decide which Christmas icon you are. So I'm excited. I didn't even look through the questions yet, actually. I'm curious. I hope I get Cindy Lou Who.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know which holiday icons are in this list, but
I know.
I would like to get Buddy the Elf.
I feel like you are Buddy the Elf and I am Cindy Lou Who. And together we make a fantastic pair that just love Christmas and wants to eat gumdrops and suck on candy canes.
Yeah, suck on candy canes. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Okay.
Let's get into it. What's our first question?
Our first question, choose a holiday treat. Sugar cookies, gingerbread, fruitcake, hot chocolate, turkey.
Okay.
Curveball.
Hard left.
Christmas macarons. Mashed potatoes. The turkey threw me way off.
Mashed potato. Or apple cider.
That's a wide variety. I don't know. Go ahead. You pick. What treat are you going to be?
So, if this weren't the holidays, I would pick mashed potato.
Mashed potato.
But I'm going to go with a sugar cookie. I love baking during the holiday season. I bake so many different types of cookies. And sugar cookies, just like the cutouts and decorating them, it's next level holiday spirit.
So I'm actually going to visit Jess next week, and we are going to have 6 days, 5 days, I don't know how many days, full of festive activities. I am not a baker, but I have a feeling that we're going to be baking a lot of cookies. So I am very, very excited about it. But let's see, what will I pick? Honestly, I'm going to go with mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Okay.
All right. Let's pick a holiday movie. We have 8 Crazy Nights, Polar Express, A Christmas Carol, Mickey Edition, A Charlie Brown Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Home Alone / Home Alone 2, but not Home Alone 3. A Christmas Story, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I know what you're going to pick, so I'm going to pick the Polar Express. So we picked two different
I knew you were going to
things.
pick that.
Yeah. It's an unpopular opinion. I feel like the Polar Express is slept on. I love this movie.
That's true. I mean, I am not super into it anymore, but it is definitely brings some nostalgic vibes for me. Yes. I'm going to go with the Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but I do love Home Alone, and I actually really enjoy 8 Crazy Nights. It's absurd. But I remember
I've seen 8 Crazy Nights.
It's definitely not, it's a cartoon, but it's definitely not for children.
Oh.
Okay. And I remember, it's one of my favorites just because when I was little,
not for children.
Literally not for children, but when I was little, my grandma Oma, shout out Oma, she took all of her grandkids to see 8 Crazy Nights because it was a cartoon, but it's certainly not for children. And on the way home, I choked on a mint, and I was trying to get it out of my throat. And I have an older sister, and she was literally like, "Stop coughing! You're so disgusting!" And I'm choking. So I really
older
fond
sister vibes
there.
For sure. I'm an older sister. I can relate. I'd be like, Abby, you're being so dramatic. Can you just like stop? Just swallow them in.
Really fond memories.
All right. Next question. Worst Christmas present ever? Oh. Vegetables, underwear. Okay, underwear used to be the worst Christmas present, but now you get me that 5 for $25 Aerie underwear. I am going to be happy.
10 for $30 if it's Black Friday.
So true, so true. They have the best underwear. Shout out Aerie.
Sponsor us.
A toaster, pennies.
I would love that.
A melted snowball, coal, a cracked phone, or hamster food.
I'm gonna say a melted snowball just because I feel like that's gonna be messy. And what's the point? It's just water.
Yeah.
I actually do love water though. I'll still go with it.
I'm gonna go with hamster food because I literally have no idea what I could even remotely do with that. So
what do hamsters even eat? I thought like lettuce and carrots. You could make a salad.
That's true.
Unless
but I
it's
think
like
you might
pellets.
be thinking of a bunny.
Oh. They're all the same. Okay, best The Office Christmas outfit. Ooh. Turtleneck Pam, Jesus Michael, Elf Dwight, Sexy Michael Santa, Phyllis Santa, Belsnickel, Bad Present Santa, or Santa Mike. So I have never watched The Office all the way through. I've seen a few episodes, so I don't know all of these references. So this is purely going to be based on feeling for me, but I'll let you pick first.
No, you pick first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go at it.
I think I would be Turtleneck Pam.
I thought you were going to go with Belsnickel for sure.
I was on the tip of my tongue, but I didn't know what that meant, so I'm just going to play it safe with the turtleneck.
Okay. I love The Office. It's like a comfort show to me. I just like have it on in the background for like noise and stuff. So these are all so funny. I think I'm going to go with Sexy Santa. Sexy Santa Michael.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay, the next question. Pick a Christmas tradition. Ice skating, making a snowman, Christmas dinner, playing in the snow, Christmas caroling, enjoying the cold, decorating a tree, or spending time with family.
Have you ever been Christmas caroling?
I have not. I've never even seen Christmas Carolers. I actually thought they only existed in like Lifetime movies, to be honest.
Yeah, I've never seen them either. Maybe when you're here, we'll just go around my neighborhood and carol, but we'll just sing like Meg the Stallion and
I think
and Cardi B.
You'll be kicked out of your HOA immediately. The police will be called instantly.
Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit.
I'm 911. Yes, hello. Literally. I'll be driving back to PA.
You're actually banned from the neighborhood.
I'm not welcome back in Maryland ever again. I'm going to go with spending time with family. That's one of my favorite parts of Christmas, to be honest with you. I feel like everyone's just in a good mood. Like, everyone has their family drama, but at Christmas, I feel like we all tend to just, like, let it go for a couple days and just enjoy each other company. So I'm going to go with spending time with family.
I think that's a good one. I would pick that too, but we like to do different answers. So I'm going to pick decorating the tree, but I'm going to expand that in my mind. I'm going to pick don't know.
You're not allowed to pick that one, actually, because
I already clicked it.
Funny story. Okay, she already clicked it. I'll let it slide. But Jess, we're texting one day, right? And she's like, yeah, like the Christmas tree's up. I'm like, oh, like that's amazing. Send me a picture of it, you know? So she sends me a picture and there's no ornaments on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I made Devin, that's her husband, take them down because they were giving me anxiety. She's like, they're stressing me out. So it's just a plain Christmas tree.
Yeah. Y'all, I don't know what happened, but he put the ornaments up. He was so excited about it. He was so kind. I felt like the evil fucking witch.
Yeah.
But he put them up and we're sitting on the couch and I'm staring at these ornaments and I'm like itching. I'm like, this does not feel good. This feels wrong.
This does not feel right.
These need to come off. So we took all the ornaments down. And I ordered new ornaments. I think I pinpointed it to I didn't like the sparkles. It was too much going on for me. I was overstimulated.
Okay. Yeah, you're still a Scrooge, though.
Yeah. But I do like decorating. I like decorating for the holidays. Let's say that.
Okay, that's fair. Well, let's move on. We'll accept it.
Choose one of Santa's reindeer. Vixen, Dasher, Donner, Comet, Prancer, Dancer, Cupid, Blitzen.
Cupid.
I'm going to pick Cupid. I'm going to pick Prancer.
That's who I was going to pick. Okay.
All right, fine.
I'll pick his sidekick.
Prancer.
Yeah, I'll pick the sidekick Dancer.
Prancer and Dancer?
When I was younger, I always wanted to memorize all of the reindeer, and I never could. Ever. I don't know what it was, but I always left one out.
I don't think I could. But I do know the song. You know...
Dancer and Prancer and Comet and Vixen, Cupid and Dasher and Blitzen and Vixen. But do I feel like you recall
the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph the
red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
We're really leaning into the Christmas caroling this episode. I love it.
Yeah, somebody tell us to stop.
Yeah, okay. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Or send this directly to the record label. I don't know which one, but send it. Because we're fame. Okay.
Okay. Best Christmas present. A big TV. A boat. Vacation tickets. Toys. A new car. A new pet. Money. Dollar bills. That's or a functioning sleigh.
Ooh.
There's a lot of good picks here.
I think I'm gonna pick a functioning sleigh because I think I could sell that for top dollar if I wanted to, but yeah. I think I could enjoy it before I did that.
100%. I think that you could sell that to Tesla and they would base a new model off of a sleigh or something. I'm gonna pick money because it doesn't say like what amount, it just says money. So I'm gonna pick an endless amount of money. Okay,
just to clarify, for mine, it flies.
Yeah, it's functioning.
Yeah.
Does it come with the reindeer?
And it comes with 8 reindeer. Okay. It does. Sure do.
All right, we need to keep going here. This is a long one.
Okay. Pick a Christmas flavor. Eggnog, cinnamon, gingerbread, fruit and nut, peppermint, chocolate, sugar cookie, cranberry.
I'm going to go with sugar cookie because I don't like any of the other flavors.
Excellent. Very nice. I'm going to go with cinnamon.
That's a good one. Safe bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Choose a Christmas getaway destination. Disney World, New York, the Arctic, London, Honolulu, Hawaii, Las Vegas, Sydney, Australia, or Tokyo, Japan.
I'm going to pick Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hawaii. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but I am going to New York in a few short weeks with my husband, so I am going to choose New York, New York.
Pick a Christmas ornament. We've got classic red baubles, a Santa ornament, a gold star, a knitted ornament, some macaroons, a nutcracker, a gold ornament, or a red star.
I accidentally clicked my answer, so I'm going to go with it, but just the red baubles. But that's pretty on track for me. Christmas, I really just like classic red, greens, golds, and silver, so I'm just going to go with the red bauble.
I'm going to pick the nutcracker because it reminds me of like a special ornament. So I really like the special ornaments that you get, so I'd pick that.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
I don't like nutcrackers, but I do like the special ornaments, so I accept your answer. Oh my god! Who did you get?
No, you go first.
I got Buddy the Elf!
Fuck!
I got... Who'd you get?
No. I got Santa Claus!
He's the patriarch of this entire thing.
He is, but he's an old white man.
A white man?
No!
Well, he is the reason that we get presents under the tree, so let's be thankful. But
I thought that was Jesus.
No, it's Santa. You've been misinformed.
Oh, right. Okay, go.
Okay, Buddy the Elf, what can be said? You love Christmas! You love the treats, the gifts, the giving, and the holiday spirit. So put on your most festive attire and get yourself into the holidays. That could not be more accurate for me.
That is true.
It's so appropriate.
Okay, well, the head honcho himself. You represent a huge factor in the holidays, the spirit of giving. You enjoy giving presents and love the joy your gifts bring. Happy holidays, you give those presents, you jolly stinker. Okay, that's fucking weirdly accurate,
That
too.
is so accurate. And it didn't even, like, ask about giving gifts.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, and I don't know how you would know this, but Jess is probably one of the most giving people. I know, she loves to give gifts. I love to be the recipient of those gifts. No, she really does show her love by, like, giving gifts, and they're always really thoughtful. So that tracks, which is weird. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird. This is probably the most accurate BuzzFeed quiz we've taken.
Yeah, they're upping their game because usually they give me the total wrong answer.
Right.
And it makes absolutely no sense.
Okay, so I am Santa Claus, Emily is Buddy the Elf, and if you want to take this quiz, as always, it'll be linked in our Instagram bio, or you could just Google, quote, your holiday opinions will decide which Christmas icon you are, BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes, that was fun. It was long, but that was fun. We got good icons. But now that we're done with that, I think we should jump in to the fun part of this episode and talk about all of the book recs and the bookish gift recs, rather, that we put together for you guys, because I'm so excited to talk about it, and we have a lot on this list that we need to get through. So I think we should just jump right in. Do you want to kick us off, Jess?
Yeah, just quickly to preface, number one, if you are a book lover, you will love all of the stuff on this list. You might already have a lot of it. Number two, if you are a book lover, send this your husband, your wife, your spouse, your children, anyone who, your friends, anyone who is looking for a gift to buy you, send them this podcast or the guide that we create on our Instagram. And it'll be like the perfect one-stop shop. They can get you a cute little bundle of bookish gifts, and you'll be very happy. But
yes, exactly.
With that said, let's jump in here. So to start us off, probably the most obvious thing you could get a book lover for Christmas, or you could ask for Christmas, is a book. Mm-hmm. So I think with this, our best tips are to try and shop small when you can. We know it's not always possible, but support those local booksellers. And you can do that by going to the actual bookshop, or you can actually go to bookshop.org. And you put in your zip code and it'll tell you which local bookstores are in your area, and you can pick which one you want to support and shop from their store online. And you can also make a wish list on there, and that way your order will directly impact your local community. So definitely try and do that. But if you can't, you can always go through like Amazon or Barnes & Noble as well.
Yeah, that was That was so nice of you to say. It was very calm and relaxing. Shop small. That was like a nice little ad. But no, 100%, I agree with you. But like she said, it's not always possible. We know local bookstores and even Barnes & Noble tend to be a little bit pricier. So if you shop Amazon, we are not here to judge. Do what you got to do. But like she briefly mentioned, you can make a wish list on Amazon too and send that link directly to friends, family members, whoever, and they can purchase the books off your wish list and have them sent directly to your house, and you'll never know who sent it or what they sent. So that's super
You
fun.
will know. You can put a note with the book.
Well, you can't, but you won't know if you look at the wish list. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it'll be a surprise. Once it arrives to your house, like, you will know. They can put a from, but right off the bat, like, you won't know.
Yeah, that is true. And if you're looking for book recs to put on your list, check out both of our Bookstagrams. We've got some good recs on there for you. I would say... Well, we're going to talk about our top recs in a later episode in December, so I don't want to give anything away. So just check out our Bookstagrams if you're looking for recs at Booked with Emily and at Read Reviews by Jess.
Yes, those are both really helpful sites, if I may say so myself. Okay, but if you can't make a wish list or you're just lazy and don't want to make a wish list, just ask for gift cards. I love getting gift cards. I tend to actually hate giving gift cards because I'm always like, it's a cop-out, like it's not thoughtful, but I love to get them. Like I love getting gift cards to Barnes & Noble or Amazon or really anywhere because then I get to pick and choose what I want. So I think gift cards are always a safe bet if you don't know specifically what books you want or what like books to ask for.
Yeah, totally agree. Okay, next up, we have a book subscription box. So there are definitely a variety of Bookish subscription boxes out there. Personally, Em and I both subscribe to Book of the Month. We are avid subscribers.
Yeah.
But there are a few other ones. Some that we haven't used. All of them we haven't used, I'm not going to lie. But...
we only subscribe to Book of the Month, but these other ones, we've seen them around Bookstagram and we know other people use them. So definitely check them out.
Yeah, so check them out. We have on our list here the Book Drop, which is almost local to Maryland. There's a shop in Delaware and I think like right outside of Ocean City, Maryland. So if you're a Maryland resident, support the Book Drop. We've also got Once Upon a Book Club, which is really cool. It's like a box and it's like a box.
You don't say.
It's like it comes with like little gifts within the box.
Maybe just like go to the website and check out.
No. Okay, this one, it is unique though. Once Upon a Book Club is unique because you get a book in the box and then it comes with little gifts and you're supposed to open them on particular pages and they go along with the book. So could get like a necklace and it's like open this on chapter 12 or something like that. So really cool.
That is so cool. I didn't know that actually. Now I feel like maybe I'll ask Tim for that. That's really cool. I didn't know that did that. It's like it's just like the gift that keeps on giving, really.
Truly. They don't.
Cool.
I don't think they have a ton of selection or a ton of different books that they do, like, because it's very curated, right? You have to have gifts that go along with the book. But I know they had like a Bridgerton box, a few other ones on there, but definitely check that out. And the other one on here is Aardvark Book Club, which this is a relatively new Bookish subscription, like new 2022, like just came out a few months ago, I'm pretty sure. But very similar to Book of the Month.
Book of the Month, actually, to circle back on that, just because since Jess and I do both have it, I think we can talk the most about that. You can go to either my page or Jess's page, and if you just want to try it out, you can get your first month box for only $5. We both have the links in our bios, so either at Booked with Emily or Read Reviews by Jess. This is not sponsored in any way. We truly just love this subscription. The books, they're all hardcovers, and they all come like embossed in foil lettering with the month that you get them. I think it's great. I think it's a great bang for your buck. Even if you don't read the books, they look so pretty on your bookshelf, to be honest with you. So
yeah, I totally agree. I've been doing Book of the Month for like 2 years now, off and on. Depends on how much I'm reading. You can always skip a month or cancel and pick it back up, pause your membership. But I agree that, I mean, they're all hardcover books, like books that you would pay like $27.99 for at Barnes & Noble. And the monthly subscription, I think, is what, $14.99?
It's either $14.99 or $15.99, I want to say. But what's nice about it is if you skip a month, you're not charged that price every month. If you skip a month, your credit rolls over into the next month, so you won't be charged again until you use that credit, which is really nice because I know I've joined subscriptions where I just forget about it, and then it just keeps charging me, and out of nowhere, I have all of these credits that I have to use before they expire. So I think it's really great. This is new to Canada, so if we have any Canadian friends listening, Book of the Month just launched in Canada. I have seen that it's pricier in Canada. I don't know what the actual price is, but I think most things are more expensive in Canada. So I don't know. Check it out. That's my favorite subscription box, like Jess said, and like I said, it's the only one we have, and we both love it.
Yeah. I think even if you are in Canada, you still can take advantage of the first book for $5 deal. So get a $5 book and then cancel if it is too expensive.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. That would be a great idea.
I mean, don't quote me on it, but definitely investigate yourself.
100%. It's worth, something free is always worth investigating. Or something for $5.
Well, yeah.
It's always worth investigating.
What's next on the list?
Next up, we have book-themed candles. Jess and I are both candle girlies. We love candles. Every time I go over her house, which isn't like too often because we live in different states, but frequent enough where there's always candles lit. We were actually just talking about like a new fragrance she bought. So we think a book-themed candle would just be so comfy, cozy while you're reading, light it. I personally like the ones that crackle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, like a wood wick?
Yeah, I love those. Tim, my husband, hates them. He'll blow them out. He literally despises them, but I love like a wood wick candle. But we have at Novel Wicks on here. You can check out their Instagram account because we did talk about shopping small and supporting local businesses or small businesses. So definitely go ahead and check them out. I've actually never bought a candle from them, I won't lie, but they are very, very cute and I think worth taking a look and supporting.
Yeah, totally agree. One of my Bookstagram pals at Steph on a Shelf is an avid user of Novel Wick candles, and she loves them. They are really cool. Some of them are like themed to particular books, but some of them are more generalized to like bookish scents or just like scents in general, of course. And we didn't put it on here, but I buy all of my candles from Spark House Candle Company. And they're all the wood wicks, so they all crackle a little and they're all like organic and like no phthalates or anything like that. So definitely another option in small business to support if you're looking for a candle. But next up on here, we have book accessories.
Yeah, there's a lot of book accessories you could pick from, honestly. The list is never ending. I think first and foremost, again, oh God, bookmarks. I love the idea of bookmarks. I do not use bookmarks. I dog-ear my pages. But like I don't go out of my way to buy bookmarks, but if someone gifts them to me, like I will use them. But I'm a big dog-earer. But bookmarks I think are a really good gift for an avid reader for sure. What do you think?
No, I agree. I try to use a bookmark. I definitely have a solid collection of bookmarks from everywhere. And I love getting free bookmarks that are like representative of where you got them from. So even if it's just like a Barnes & Noble free gift card, I love that.
Or Book of the Month, they send bookmarks every box, and they're always like a funny quote or something. Like I have a stack of those, but I guess I just don't go out of my way to buy them. But some people love bookmarks, and
most people, sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like most people are anti-dog ear.
They are, yeah. You will get a lot of hate on yourself for admitting that, so I'm really asking for it. But we included 3 accounts that are on Bookstagram that we've seen around, and they create the cutest bookmarks. Like if I was a bookmark girly, I would 100% go to these shops. The first one is Gigi and Bo. This account is run by Brittany, and she is like the pop culture queen of bookmarks. Like every time Taylor Swift drops an album, she makes all of the bookmarks theme for the album, or Schitt's Creek, she has a bookmark for every single character. Just anything in pop culture. Bridgerton, she had a whole series on them. And they're really fun. You can get them laminated or just cardstock, and she like adds little fun tassels. So I think her account is definitely worth checking out.
We also have on here dictionary dogs, which this is new to me. You put this on here, but I'll let you talk through it.
Yeah, so again, I've never shopped from Dictionary Dogs, but I know, I'm like the worst, but I have seen their work, and it's really, really cute because it's on a dictionary page, and they try to pick the word that is your dog's name. So my dog's name is Lily, and so they would pick the word Lily in the dictionary, and then they print like a picture of your dog on it, and it looks exactly like your dog. It's so, so sweet. I've seen a couple of those. They have some other options on their page too, but I think it's really, really unique. And if you're a dog person, like both of us are, I think that's a great, great gift.
Also have on here Paige and Petal, and this is a really cute, they're not like glass bookmarks, but they're like thicker plastic, like see-through. I don't know the material.
Yeah.
But they do like dried flower petals in them. And then I believe they're also customizable, so you could send them like a picture of you, or a picture of you and your spouse or your dog, and they would like...
That is so cute. I love myself. I would send a picture of myself, to be honest with you. I actually think that I have seen them floating around, Jess, because like the dried flowers, like they're so pretty.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking of like the right account.
Yeah, totally. And then also, if you're just looking for like a custom bookmark with your name on it, you could always go to Etsy and just search bookmarks there. So many options. I mean, you could get a bookmark for anything. You want a Harry Styles bookmark, they got it there. Yeah. You want a New Girl bookmark, they got it there.
They got it. No, yeah, I think that's good to mention because Etsy has... I think people sometimes forget that Etsy is just a website full of small business owners. So even though Etsy is like a big website, all of the shops on there are typically small businesses. It's probably not their entire living. They're doing it for fun. So I think that's a great resource to go and just type in whatever you want. And you can actually see how many sales they have. So if you like 2 products, but some person has 60,000 sales and this other small shop maybe has 100, like you can kind of choose who you want to support, which I think is really neat.
I love that. That's a great call out. Next in our bookish accessories category, we have a book light. So if you are... if you're married, let me set the scene for you.
Do it.
If you're married and your husband is like, I'm ready for bed, but you're like, I am not ready. I'm spending the night with my book boyfriend. You pull out your little book light, you snap it onto your book, and you can read for days, and your husband will sleep soundly because there's no big light and there's no lamp on that's keeping him awake.
Yeah, it sounds like you're speaking from experience, and I understand that because Tim is the same exact way. Like, you would think my nightlight was like a freaking flashlight shining directly in his eyes, how dramatic he is. And then sometimes, too, he gets mad at how loud I flip the pages. I'm like, Tim, I'm on a freaking Kindle. You can't even hear me. Like, I swear. But...
No, he's tapping away.
A book light is a really, really good idea. I have one of those. I've been leaning more into my Kindle, and so I can set the brightness of that. But sometimes I do read physical books at night, and a book light. Great recommendation.
Definitely a lifesaver. And we'll get into Kindle here in a little bit, but for those physical book girlies, like Em said, definitely invest in a book light. Even if you are single or reading by yourself, it's definitely nice to not kind of like, you get to set the vibes, you turn the lights low, you can kind of relax, and you don't get like the harsh lights from a big light or from a lamp or whatever. So yeah, definitely recommend. True. Next up, we have on here a book sleeve. So if you aren't familiar with a book sleeve, I don't often leave my house. I've said that before on here. So I don't really use book sleeves, but I would buy them because they are cute. But a book sleeve is essentially just like a little bag.
It's like a little pocket for your book.
Like, yeah, a little pocket. That's a better way to, like, there's no straps or anything. It's really just a way to protect your book as you're transporting it. So if you were, reading a book and you wanted to pack it in your bag, but you didn't want the pages to get bent, you could put it in a book sleeve, and that way it's kind of safe and sound in its little home.
Yes. Like Jess said, I typically don't take books with me anywhere. If I'm reading on the go, I'll most likely be taking my Kindle. But I think this is good for people who have maybe a lunch break, like they work in a hospital setting, or we both work from home, so we're not taking our books someplace. I think this is really good for people who read a lot on the beach. One of our friends on Bookstagram, Heather, she uses book sleeves a ton, and she lives or vacations at the beach usually, and I always see her with one, and they're always so cute. They're very aesthetically pleasing. I just don't have a use for it. But I think that if you are traveling or you're going to the beach or whatever, they're really cute. A lot of people make them themed for the seasons. They'll use fabric for like Christmas or the 4th of July, or I don't know, a lot of different options. So we have some accounts on here. I put on here Twin Reads blog. They have really cute book sleeves. I follow the account, so if you want to check them out, they have some really good options. And then Jess added 2 accounts on here too that I'm not super familiar with.
Yeah, so I added on here Literary Creations by Jenny and Grace by Shan. Both of them, I think they started with book sleeves maybe, but now they've kind of ventured out and they do some other book merch too, but they make the cutest book sleeves. Definitely check them out.
Book sleeves. Everyone needs one. Except us.
Except us. No, I would still buy book sleeves. They would just like stack on a shelf.
Yeah, just like my bookmarks.
Get no use. Yeah. Last item here for Bookish accessories is either a book embosser or a book stamp. These are so cute. Emily actually got me one of these for my birthday. Shout out to Emily. But essentially, you can get them customized, so it can say anything that you want. And I'm sure they have like generic ones too. But you get them customized to say like from the library of Jess. So if you're lending your books out to friends, you can emboss them, and that way they know that it's your book. And if they ever try to be like, no, this is my copy, you're like, no, it's mine. It's embossed or it's stamped.
No, yeah. I think that I do not have a book embosser. You're probably thinking, what the fuck do you have on this list, Emily? We're going to get into it. The later items on this list, I have a ton of. So just like, hold on, it's coming. But I did get Jess a book embosser, and I wish that I did have like a stamp or something. This is going to sound so like petty probably. I hate lending out my books. I hate it. No one takes care of my books the way I take care of my books. Like, I've seen people use my books as literally like to set their drinks on top of. I have my grandma. I love my grandma, but she literally will just like leave them on the floor. And I'm like, Gram, like you can't, these are precious items to me. So I don't love to give them out then. And I also forget who I lend books to. And I'm like, I know I have this. Who did I give it to? So if I could emboss it, and I'm like, I think that's my book, I could look and have proof. Like, give this book back. That's my book.
No fooling you. There's no fooling you. Yeah, I really like my book embosser. And if you're trying to build a library at home, you know, I think it's just a nice added touch to emboss all your books. Like, these are, for book lovers, these are our babies. Like, these are ours. So just take that extra step. It's like you put a ring on it, truly.
That is so true. That is so true. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to buy myself a book embosser. I need one now. And I'm going to go and emboss every single one of my books, and no one's going to fool me again. I know what books are mine.
Oh my God.
We're getting into the items now, guys. I own one of these, a book cart. I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do have one of these. I absolutely love it. So you're probably thinking, why should I give someone a book cart? And it's because you can roll them around. You know, you can just take them with you.
You may be thinking, what is a book cart?
That's a good question.
And I think what the actual term for these is, they're craft carts.
Yeah, or a wine bar. Or a wine cart. The one book cart I have off Amazon is actually made for wine and alcohol. It's like
I love that.
Yeah, it's a bar on wheels, but I use it for books, and it's really pretty. But yeah, or a craft cart.
Yeah.
And you can buy those at like any really craft store. So like Michael's, Joann Fabrics, IKEA, Target. but it's just like a little bookshelf on wheels. Like,
yeah, if you're not familiar, it's usually either like 2 or 3 tiers. And the one we're both speaking about, well, the ones I'm speaking about are metal. And you can fit a good amount of books on there, I would say.
I've seen a lot of people use book carts for like their TBR books. So if you like want to sort your books by like read or your unread books, that's what I use my TBR cart for. I'll put a majority of my books that I haven't read yet on there so I can like easily see what I haven't read yet. I know a lot of people, if they're maybe limited to space, if they live in like a smaller apartment and they can't, they don't have room for like bookshelves or big bookcases, then a book cart's like a cute and aesthetic way to kind of put your books all in one spot and keep it next to your couch or a chair or something like that. I've seen them used in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people on Bookstagram have them, honestly, for like picture purposes because they look really cute and you can decorate them and stuff. So I think that's a good gift, and they're relatively cheap too.
Yeah, I think I've seen them at Michael's, all the time, and they're usually always on sale, or you can clip a coupon for them. Also, IKEA has some really cute ones, and Target as well. I actually have one from Target that I don't use as a book cart. I use it as a laundry cart, so they're very versatile.
Yeah, books, laundry, alcohol, they do it all, honestly. So they're for your alcoholic book lover who does laundry in her spare time.
AKA Jess and Emily. No.
Literally.
Okay, I'm excited for this next one because I think if you are a book lover, this is, and you don't have one, this is the perfect gift. Emily and I both have one, and it's probably my most prized possession at this point.
Yeah, so this is another item I have, and we are talking about a Kindle. And I was anti-Kindle. I loved physical books. I absolutely just did not like to e-read. I used to read on my iPad. Like if I would get an ARC from NetGalley, I would just read on my iPad because I didn't have a Kindle. I just didn't have a need for it. But then I went and saw Jess, and she had a Kindle, and it was so freaking handy. Literally before I even left her house, I was sold. I bought one instantly, and it is now, I carry it everywhere with me. I read the majority of my books on there. 110% recommend. They are on the pricier side. I don't think it's too bad. I think it is reasonable, but compared to like a book, for instance, you're probably looking at like $130. However, with the holidays, there are always sales on Kindles. Always. So I would just keep checking Amazon, and there's different versions. There's, cheaper ones based on them being a little older, or I don't know, a lot of options, but Jess and I both absolutely love the Kindle.
Yeah, absolutely love my Kindle. I was in the same boat, and I know of so many people that were like anti-e-reader and only liked a physical book that have been converted to a Kindle. So if that sounds like you, trust us, you're going to love it, and you're going to be like, how did I survive before this? So definitely both of us have the Kindle Paperwhite. That's the one I would recommend if you are kind of debating as to whether you can get the signature edition or if you should remove ads or whatever it might be. I definitely just recommend getting the cheaper Paperwhite.
Same.
It's 8 gigabytes if you want to download books from Libby, or which is a library app, or you want to use Kindle Unlimited, you don't really care to have a digital library, 8 gigabytes is plenty of space because you'll just be returning books. They're not going to sit there forever. As far as ads on a Kindle go, the ads only show up on the lock screen. So they're not going to like interrupt your reading while you're actually reading. They are just on the lock screen. And once you open your book or unlock your Kindle, they go away until you lock it again. So you can pay the $20 to upgrade and have no ads, but they really are, they won't get in your way.
Yeah, I would take that $20 and buy a pop socket for your Kindle or buy a case for your Kindle. Like Jess said, I think it's unnecessary to buy the ad-free version. It does not interfere with your reading experience at all. It's just like almost a screensaver. And sometimes the ads are books that I end up reading. So I don't mind the ads at all. But there are some accessories that you can get with your Kindle. So this is another thing Jess influenced me, was a pop socket for the back of your Kindle. The Kindles are not large. They're not uncomfortable to hold even without a pop socket, but I read a lot in bed when I'm on my side, and so it's definitely like more comfortable to hold the pop socket. And then this is a good one too. Jess put this on there. I've never thought about this. Half the time I can't even find my Kindle charger because it holds a charge forever. Like you could probably read like 3 full books before you get like a low battery notification. But a 6-foot Kindle charger, that's so smart. Do you have one of those?
I do, yeah. So the Kindle comes with a charger, but it's a short charger, maybe like 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's very small, but yeah, definitely recommend investing in a 6-foot Kindle charger. So when you do get that notification that your battery's low, you don't actually have to put your book down. Like you can just reach your charger to wherever you are. It's a game changer for sure. And so is a pop socket for a Kindle.
Yeah.
I think another item on here is an e-reader holder, and this is essentially so you can be full hands-free. So the e-reader holder goes hand in hand with the auto e-reader clicker. And essentially what you do is you hook this to your bed frame or your nightstand or to the back of your couch, wherever you can hook it onto. It's like an arm. You prop your Kindle in there. You put the auto clicker on your Kindle. So you can be almost hands-free. You just have to press the button on the clicker and it'll turn the pages for you. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to click through the pages. It's just like a very lazy way of reading.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
I personally think this is the funniest thing that's like ever been created. Like if my grandparents or parents saw me using this, like this, they would have every right to be like, your generation is so fucking lazy. You can't even tap your finger. It's a cool concept though. It kind of reminds me of like, if you're in a car and you don't have GPS and you get one of those arms that sticks to your windshield or in your vent and holds your phone, this is essentially that for a Kindle. And then you do just have like this little fob in your hand that like you click and it takes you to the next page. So you are totally hands-free. I just like am trying to visualize myself like staring at my Kindle. Like, what would I do with my hands? I don't even know. Like just have them behind my head.
Don't knock it. Don't knock it till you try it. If your arms fall asleep easily or, you know, you want to lay on your arms, you know, you never know. I don't know. You just rock with it. Another accessory that we actually don't have on the list, but that I'm thinking of is like a Kindle case or a Kindle cover. I will say I don't have a case on my Kindle and I don't think that you need a case. I will say that Kindles are virtually indestructible from my experience.
So true.
Like every night when I'm done reading it, I just kind of like yeet it off the bed. Like it just is... It's fine. Like, I've never had an issue with it. I mean, don't quote me on that. Don't be like, I threw my Kindle and it broke and come for me. Like, this is my experience. So
don't wail it against a wall.
Yeah, don't do that. So I don't think you need a case or a cover, but I have seen people on Bookstagram take like a clear case and put stickers into the case. So they have the stickers, but they're not actually stuck to the Kindle. They still have their backing on them so they can switch out their stickers, whether it's seasonally or just with the vibes and their mood. So I might look into doing that because I do think it's really cute. And I'm a big sticker girly, but I don't want to use stickers because I'm like, what if I need to replace this item or whatever? Then I lose all my stickers.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that because I think that is really big right now. I've seen several accounts on Bookstagram do the clear cases and then just without sticking the stickers on there, they'll like kind of smush them between the case and the back of the Kindle. I love stickers too. Jess knows this. Every time I go to a new place, or really if I travel anywhere with my suitcase, I buy a sticker to put on my suitcase. I love stickers. I think they're like a fun way to kind of just like, I don't know, document things you like or just kind of, I don't know. I think they're so cute. And I actually do have a sticker on the back of my Kindle, but it's our Friends with Books like podcast sticker. And so
that's the only one I have mine too.
And I stuck that on there because like, obviously I know I'm never going to want to take that off. But I think that cases, my sister-in-law has a personalized case and has a screen cover too, and it has like her name on it. And I thought she got it last Christmas, actually. Her other sister-in-law got it for her, and it's really cute. Unnecessary, like Jess said, because your Kindle is basically indestructible. I shove mine in my purse, and like it's totally fine. But they're cute, you know.
And I think, like, as you've mentioned, the Friends with Books stickers kind of leads us into our next gift idea, which is Bookish merch. And there are so many shops that do Bookish merch. I have so much Bookish merch. I don't know what to do with. It's really all I wear at this point in my life.
Yeah. She's actually started just giving it away to me. Like, she's given me shirts. Again, she likes to give gifts.
I'm a gift giver, but I think one of the most amazing merch items that you could buy for someone, or you could buy for yourself, is Friends with Books merch, honey.
Yeah. No, I agree. Unbiased. I know. I admit it. I acknowledge it. But it is so freaking cute, guys. I'm obsessed with it. I have so many t-shirts and like crew necks now that say like, and stickers, and I have a freaking coffee mug now at this point. Like, my whole house is just Friends with Books. But the link is in our bio. The merch is new. If you go and buy it within the next couple of days, like you would get it before Christmas. So if you love our podcast, but you don't want to buy it, send it to someone, you know, a friend or a family member to buy it for you. And there's so many different color options. And if you get it, definitely tag us, because we would love to see you wearing the merch. It would mean so much to us, honestly. And because we love you guys and we're so thankful for our listeners, we wouldn't even have merch without you guys. We are offering a 15% discount code now through the end of the month, and you can apply it on everything from the mugs to the stickers to the t-shirts to the crew necks to the hoodies. So definitely take advantage of this. And then, yeah, tag us if you buy anything, because we'd love to see.
Yeah, so the discount code is FWB15, and you'll get 15% off your order, like Emily said. And honestly, we made this merch just for fun. We didn't think anybody would buy it but us. But we've been so thankful for the orders that have come in. This is just like a really small way to support the podcast. You know, Emily and I do this in our free time just because we love to read and we love to talk. So it's just been, I don't know, we're truly grateful and blessed for all of the support. So thank you so much. If you have purchased, or if you're going to purchase, or if you're just listening or sharing, we are so thankful for all of you. So if you want to buy some FWB merch, like Em said, we have hoodies and crew necks and shirts and coffee mugs and stickers. We will have it linked in our Instagram bio, and we'll have it linked in the podcast episode description. I don't know if it'll actually link, but
yeah, because I know everyone doesn't have Instagram. So if you can't find it linked in our bio, then it will be if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify. It'll be linked in the episode description. So you'll just have to copy and paste it or just follow it. But enough about our merch. There is several other small businesses that we have found through Bookstagram that have the absolute cutest merch. Someone that I probably buy the most from is Janie over at the Bookish Goods. She has the cutest crew necks and t-shirts. She actually just started a subscription box with some merch in it. She just had a necklace. She has really cute beanies, just kind of every type of apparel you can imagine. And she is so sweet. Like, if I could recommend someone to support, it would be Janie, because she's so nice. We've collabed with her before. She's just great, and her merch is really good quality. And I can personally attest to that because I own some of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Janie is amazing. She's got really subtle, just like general book lover merch. So a lot of her designs just say Bookish on it, which is so cute. It's embroidered merch. And then she also has a few like I think it's screen printed tees as well. But one of my favorite first book specific merch is at Threaded by Sabrina, and this is embroidered merch as well, and she does merch that goes along with books. So she has a lot of Colleen Hoover books, book merch, a lot of
Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah, there's ACOTAR. She's got so much good stuff on there. I think I have pretty much everything that she makes. But
she's literally wearing right now a sweatshirt by Sabrina. Sabrina has been great. She does a lot of custom orders too. She actually made us podcast embroidered crew necks.
Yeah, she made us our custom Bookish Friends with Books podcast merch. Before we even launched the podcast, she made it for us. And I just love her. We've done a giveaway before, and she's just really she's so creative. The ideas that she comes up with to go along with the books is just like, I could never. So I always, whenever I read a really good book, I'm like, I'll message her and be like, Sabrina, you have to read this because I need merch for it.
Yeah. No, she does. She's very creative. I would never think of the stuff that she does. And it's really great quality too. And it's embroidered. Like that shit lasts forever. Like sometimes screen printing can fade. Like if it's not great quality, but the embroidery is top notch.
Totally agree.
So
we also have on here Inkwell threads, and I've ordered from Inkwell before. I have a couple things from them. They are, I would say, more generalized bookish merch too. So like, read more books, go to the library, like merch like that. So really have liked everything that I've gotten from them. And then Blossom in Book, again, somebody who's so creative. She does both general bookish merch and book specific, and I think she is such a go-to for ACOTAR or Sarah J. Maas bookish merch. So if you love those books, definitely check her out. I have the Bat Boys tee, the one that I gifted you, that's from her.
Oh, and that's like an oversized tee where you could wear it with like biker shorts, and it looks so, so cute. It's more long than it is wide, so you're not like drowning in it, but it's so cute. It's very fashionable with like a jean jacket and some chucks. 100% recommend.
Totally. Yeah. So those are, there's so many bookish merch shops out there. If you want, again, to head over to Etsy, you can just Google like ACOTAR merch or bookish merch, and it'll come up. So many options, so many book specific options as well.
Yeah.
And also like Sarah J. Maas, all of her merch, people love to make merch from her books.
I don't blame them.
Thank God they do.
Amen.
Because where would we be?
Real quick before we move on to the next category, I do want to mention one more small shop, and it's at Ren's Boutique. Ren is from California, and she is quite possibly the sweetest, nicest woman I have ever met through Bookstagram, or just in general. She's so, so nice. But she makes custom, handmade, natural jute bags. So they're really, really good for the beach because sand, you can kind of just like pour them out, like, wipe them down and stuff like that. But everything's custom. So on her Etsy shop, she does have a couple that are pre-designed that you can order. But anything you want, you can put on there. Like she's messaged me and has come up with ideas where like on there I could put like doodles, books, and wine. Like the three things that I love the most, But she is so nice. I love her bags. So that's another one. And we will tag all of these businesses in the guide. So do not worry. You will be able to go directly to their profiles.
Yeah, probably more too than what you've mentioned, but as per usual, whenever we're making these, we're like, oh, but what about this? And we always throw some additions in there. So we're getting towards the end of our gifts, but we still got some good ones here. If you are an audiobook girly or guy, we definitely recommend some good earphones for listening to your audiobooks. I personally have AirPods. I think Em has AirPods as well. But there are definitely some less expensive options out there like JBLs or Samsung. Definitely invest in a good pair of headphones. It'll make the experience so much better. Also you can use them for other things, music and, I don't know, drowning out the sounds of your kids complaining to you.
100%.
I don't have kids, so I don't know.
No, AirPods are a good one because when I do listen to audiobooks, which you guys know, it's, very infrequent. I'm usually driving, but whenever I get into my like fit girl summer like workout routine that lasts about a week and I go on walks, I do use headphones. I do have AirPods. The only thing I will say about the AirPods I think they're like the first generation, and so they're very uncomfortable. So if you are going to splurge for AirPods, I would get the ones that are like the rubber inserts because I think they're more comfortable to wear. But Jess and I are also wearing headphones right now, and they're not like the cool wireless, like real small ones, but the headphones I'm wearing right now are so comfortable. And I think they were like $10. Like literally, they're the ones that kind of go over your head. You're wearing earmuffs, but I think the quality is really good, and they were so cheap and they're comfortable. So
yeah, everything that Em said is accurate. So
as always,
but no, but if you are wanting to get more into audiobooks and you're not sure where to start, or you don't know which platform to use, we do have a discount code for you guys to try Audible. If you are a new listener, you can get 30 days for free. So if you want to take advantage of this deal, visit audibletrial.com/FWB pod. That's audibletrial.com/FWB pod. And again, there are thousands of titles to choose from. You'll get a credit for 30 days, so you can try it out for free. If you don't like it, you can cancel it. But definitely recommend, when Em and I are listening to audiobooks, it's definitely through Audible.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback off that real quick, with the holidays coming up, most companies, especially with Amazon, they run really great sales. Like they have a promotion right now. So after you listen to the free trial through us, they have a promotion where it's only $5 a month for the first 4 months, which is such a steal because it's typically $15 a month. So I think if you like it and you want to try it, just do it for 4 months. You know, that's $20 and you get 4 books out of it. So, I don't know, definitely worth checking out kind of the deals right now that are out there. But if you want to at least try it for free, check out our link for free 30 days.
For show. And also, you can, if you want to add that to your list, you can be gifted Audible subscriptions as well. So send that to, a friend or your mom or your husband or your wife or whatever.
Or treat yourself,
Or treat yourself. Yeah. And send them the link to FWB 15. No, that's not it. And send them to...
Send them there too.
Send them the link to audibletrial.com/FWB pod so they can also take advantage of that discount, because friends and family help each other out, right?
Wrapping up, we got 2 more categories. The next one we're going to talk about is an at-home library or just kind of like an office space. Like my spare bedroom is my office / like library. I have bookcases in here. So if you do know someone that has this, or you have this and you want to make it cute and just feel like a library that you don't have to leave your house to go to, we recommend bookcases or bookshelves. We both have the Billy bookcases from IKEA. Jess has the taller versions where I have the shorter versions. I think they're great quality and they are fairly cheap. And what I really like about these, this is such a weird thing to like geek out over, but the bottom of the bookcases are notched out. So they sit right on top of your baseboard. And so they're flush with your wall. Like that's such a weird thing. But if you're like me, like I would hate that they're pushed out against the wall. And I think that's so cool. And they come in several different colors. I think black, like a natural wood, I want to say, and white. And we both have white and they look so pretty. If you ever are on Jess's Instagram account, she has a couple of pictures with her bookshelves. Her and her husband made them like, they look like they're built-ins and they're so beautiful. They're office or library goals for sure.
Yeah, definitely shout out to my husband for doing most of the work there. I just really filled the holes in. But agree, the Billy bookshelves are great. Sometimes they can be a little challenging to get because they are so popular. Mm-hmm. IKEA has other bookshelves you can check out. They're definitely a cheaper option. I also have a bookshelf from Target in my living room that I love and I've gotten so many compliments on. Mm-hmm. And you can also just, if you want a space for your books, like we said, do the book cart, or you can get one of those like 9 cube organizers. I used to have that. Yeah, I used to have that as a bookshelf and that worked perfectly fine as well. So definitely several options, but a bookcase is just like a great way to level up your reading space.
Yeah, showcase your books, like Jess said. These books, we spend a lot of money on them, if you have a lot of them. So it's nice to take care of them and showcase them because they look so pretty. And people get so freaking creative, like with the rainbows and stuff. Like, can't relate. Mine are thrown on my shelves, but...
Yeah, I tried to do rainbows for a while, but it was so inconvenient because unless you know what color the book is that you're looking for, and you have a lot of books, it's so hard to find.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely recommend rainbow just for the photo ops. Next on here, we have Bookish prints. And like we said, I mean, these would look great on a bookshelf, so definitely look into that, or a reading space, or, you know, just throughout your home in general. Have your guests wondering what this means. I think that's perfect.
Keep them guessing. Make them ask questions. What is this quote from? Funny you should ask.
You should read this book, but you can't borrow it from me because that's mine.
Unless it's embossed and you don't use it as a freaking
coaster.
Coaster. Yeah, it's like, couldn't think of the word.
Yeah. So most of the prints that I've gotten that are book related are off of Etsy. But a fellow bookstagrammer actually just started like a little Bookish print shop. Her is at Reads by Alex. And she does some really cute like ACOTAR inspired prints, but, I haven't gotten any yet, but I definitely want to, but yeah.
And then the last thing for an at-home library are bookends. I have no purpose for bookends because my books take up every single square inch of my bookshelf, so I don't have room for bookends, but they are so pretty. You can buy the prettiest, most gorgeous bookends if you go to Etsy. They have like glass ones, they're so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't have any, but I think they're very aesthetic.
I have some clear acrylic ones that I love because you really can't see them on my bookshelf. They kind of blend in. But if you want to get a more decorative piece, they definitely have those as well. I've seen ones that are like records. I've seen ones that are, you know, like cinnamon rolls. Like really the options are endless. Target has really cute bookends. So does like Home Goods, At Home. If you have stores like that in your area, definitely good places to kind of take a look there.
People are so creative. It makes me so jealous.
It makes me want to throw up.
Makes me want to die. Okay.
Oh, damn.
The last category that we are going to wrap this gift guide up with is cozies. This is probably, besides the Kindle category, one of my favorite categories because when I'm reading, I need to be cozy. Like, I cannot be wearing a bra. I cannot be wearing, honestly, even a thong. No. I'm have a wedgie the whole time. Can't do it. I need to be in sweatpants. I need to be in a matching PJ set. Jess knows I love a matching PJ set. So I think that reading and the experience is all about comfort, whether that's a cozy blanket. Jess loves socks, fuzzy socks. You want to drink some coffee? Send them a gift card, Starbucks, Dunkin', a local coffee shop, and then buy them a cute mug to pour that coffee into. So I just think that the options are endless for all the cozies. And I think we're both the same way. Comfort is key. Like, we do not leave our house, so we need to be comfortable at all times.
No, yeah, comfort is so key. And I think this is such an underrated gift, the gift of comfort and the gift of being cozy. Like, I think everybody, like, you can buy me an infinite amount of books, but also if you just buy me like a nice cozy blanket to cuddle up with, I would be probably just as happy. So definitely recommend some of the items in this cozy section. And also, I am a mug connoisseur. I love collecting mugs, probably too much. So yeah, this is such a good gift. So if you ever want to give me a present, a mug would be perfectly great. Thank you.
Noted. Well, that wraps up our Bookish gift guide list. Like we mentioned several times, we are going to put together a guide over on our Instagram account that has everything and probably even more. And I just want to say, this is so corny, I know this is, but like, you don't need any of this stuff. Truly, like, Christmas, like we said in the beginning, is really about just spending time with like the people you care about and decorating and just doing whatever you do to just be happy at Christmas time. So everything we put on here is so unnecessary. Like, you do not need anything. But if you do have a book lover in your life, or, you know, you want to buy someone a book, there's so many things, cheap options that you can buy that are included in this list.
The most important part of this season is kind of spending time with friends, with family, with yourself, relaxing, and just enjoying life.
Yes. Yeah. So, no, I think that's good. And just We just wanted to make sure we called that out because Christmas, that's what it's about. The holly jolly spirit. But that wraps up this week's episode. We hope you loved it. We hope you got a lot of good ideas. But we are so excited for next week's episode. We are going to be, chatting about A Merry Little Meet Cute, so staying in the holiday vibe. But we have our very first guest. Jess, who's it going to be?
This guest is, when we were thinking of who we wanted to have on the podcast, we were like, we really want to have someone who can match our humor and our energy. And this person, what came to mind first for both of us, because we both think she is hysterical. Everything that she posts, how she says things, like she is just so freaking funny, and we adore her. But the guest next week will be at Booked with Nick. That's BOOKEDWITHNIC, Booked with Nick. Yes. We are so excited to have her on the podcast. I think it's going to be a great episode. And like Emily said, we're reading A Merry Little Meet Cute. So if you would like to buddy read along with us, that way you can kind of understand what we're talking about and also participate in the chat that we have in our comments on Instagram. Make sure you read that one. It is A Merry Little Meet Cute, again, by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy. So check it out.
Check it out. We're super excited. But in the meantime, make sure you're subscribing to our podcast and following along with all of our posts over on Instagram. But we cannot forget, we forgot last time, we need to do Bookmarked. So Jess, what's our bookmark going to be?
Okie dokie. Our bookmarked this week is, what did Emily's grandma do with the book that she lent her?
That bitch. I'm just kidding, Grandma Beverly. I love you. You could throw my books in the dishwasher and it wouldn't change how much I love you. It's so funny because when we do bookmarked, we never know what it's going to be. So usually we just like randomly throw it at each other, and you should see our faces. We're like, it's
Yeah, we like, whoever throws it to the other one is like the punished one. So if you have to pick bookmark, you're punished because it means like you had to pay attention and really think on the fly. So just know this is a challenge as much as it is for us as much as it is for you guys. So bookmark this week is, what did Emily's grandma do with the book that Emily lent her? Slide into our DMs over at Friends with Books Pod and let us know.
Yes. All right. Well, that's a wrap. So we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
See you later.